am now live. Good afternoon, East Coast. It is 3:59 p.m. I have an interview. Let the fan speak here. His name is Jeremy Southwick. Jeremy's a good dude. I am representing both teams. Hockey team, Islanders. Baseball team, Mets. Mets are in the postseason. Very excited about this. Very, very excited about this. And my guest is here. So, should we start the interview now? It's up to you. Let's see how I do this. I remember. I can remember how to do this. Okay. Okay, there it is. I see what I'm supposed to do here. So we're just going to wait a little bit. See who else comes in. I know there's few people on live now, but it is 4, so we got to start the interview anyway. So I guess people will join in. Yes! There you go. Please let it work. I did it. I did it. Yes! It works. Okay, cool. So we both know what we're doing.
Kinda.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Jeremy? What's going on? No?
Music.
I like the amp in the background there.
5150.
Oh, yeah. Sweet. How tall is that?
Oh, I don't know. I like 3.5, 4 feet.
Okay.
Taller than Mark.
Oh, yes. Marshalls are always good.
That one I plug my electric drums into.
Hell yeah. So, so before we actually start the music portion, what do you want people to know about Jeremy Southwick?
Independent musician. I've been working, getting an album ready. Probably about 5. Just struggling a little bit with the production aspect of it.
Right.
So, kind of at a stand there. Hopefully in the next few get started.
Right. Understood. So, when you're not playing guitar, what are you doing?
Either working, hanging out with my...
Okay. So, what do you do for work again?
I work at sawmill.
Okay.
Saws, basically anything sharp. I work.
Oh, you make them sharp. Okay. So, how many times on average have you cut yourself?
Never once at work.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. So, you, from what I understand, you played drums at one point before guitar, or
No.
the same time?
No.
So, how did that?
I started playing guitar about 16 and really didn't start until I got in the band.
Okay.
Late 98, early 99. And
Okay.
started jamming on them then. But I played guitar for right around 90.
Okay. Cool. I like that red one in the back there. That's cool.
That's Ruby.
Yeah. That's a nice looking one. What is it?
That's 8-string LTD. Stephen signature.
Shit. 8-string. Shit. Nice.
Only
All right.
have
How many guitars do you own? I see 2 in the back.
the purple one, Ivy, then Ruby, and Eve, and the green and white is Patty. That's my favorite one, but I have a lot more. Those are just
Nice.
hanging up.
Yeah, I had an Ibanez RX-20, which I missed completely, but now I have a Fender Starcaster.
Oh.
The Fender's out of commission because the high E string, the tuning peg is missing. I have the adjuster, and I didn't lose the spring for the bridge peg, so that's still intact too. But I do need to find the bridge peg. I mean, not bridge peg, tuning peg, and fix it. I think I'm just going to replace all adjusters at this point.
Yeah, I've done that before. Just put new machine heads, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mainly on acoustic guitars, but
Acoustics are easier to string than electric, I think.
yeah, to a point.
Because you just pop the bridge, literally it's a peg, and the bridge is this big. You just pop it out, and then just smack it back in there. So,
I worked on one that I gave my daughter, and my wife got me these pegs, and they're like some sort of, and they got a great bit of on the top of them. They look really cool, but on there very. So you got to continue to push back in.
yeah, that's always the toughest.
It looks cool, and that's what
Yeah. So my next question is, for drums, who was your musical influences?
Well, for drums, my influence was probably the drummer that was me, Dan. He makes it look easy.
All right, you're kind of breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't catch the name of the drummer you just.
Dan Shields.
Oh, okay. All right.
Drummer in the band.
Okay.
But
all right.
Other ones like Austin Diamant from he's in Chimera, Bleed the Sky, Devil Driver, a lot of bands. But
yeah,
real dude, and he kind of looks like a they're slamming on the drums.
Okay.
He's fun and he's exceptional drum. And he's a nice dude.
Okay. Awesome. Oh my God. So you met him. That's cool. That's awesome. It's always cool when you get to meet one of your idols. It's always cool. And you try not to like freak out and fangirl, but you just got to do it anyway.
Both of mine same spot. So for guitar, it'd be Rob Arnold.
Okay.
Guitar for Chimera and the Elite. That's the other band that Austin's into. So.
Okay. All right. That's really cool. Like, you don't have like the standard musicians, as people say, Jimi Hendrix, Robin Trower, Dave Gilmour, all that stuff. You shied away from that. You chose like specific metal bands.
Well, I love blues almost as much as metal. Those are my two probably favorite. Groove metal is probably my favorite genre for like and Devil Driver.
Yeah.
And had Chimera.
Oh, Chimera is good. I like Chimera.
No. As you can tell, you can probably tell. That's what posters in the.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that's really, really cool.
Yeah, those all came from Rob.
Oh. That's really, really bad. Wow.
Only part of the house I can decorate.
Oh, yeah. Only part of the house she'll allow you to decorate.
You bet.
All right. Let me think. Let me see. All right. So we got the drums, we got the guitar, got the blues. Now, if you had to pick one blues band and one solo blues artist, who would they be?
I don't know if I could. It'd be between Stevie Ray Vaughan, Buddy Guy, Robert Cray, John Mayer. It's weird.
No, John Mayer's a good guitar player. He's an excellent player.
Robert John,
Okay.
Godfather Blues.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. As far as a band, I guess it would bluesy with probably ZZ Top.
Okay. ZZ Top is like blues rock, and it's I'm trying to think of one of their songs. Waiting for the Train and Jesus Left Chicago. That's like one of the perfect songs to sum up rock and blues in one song.
Yeah,
That's
my favorite song by them.
Yeah, no, it is a very good song.
Yeah.
And I like how it transitions. Like it doesn't, you don't hear them stop playing at all. It just transitions very smoothly right into Jesus Left Chicago.
Oh yeah,
that's what I like.
They're tight.
Yeah, really, really good band. They've been around forever. They lost, I think, 2 band members.
Just one so far.
Just one? Oh, okay. I thought it was that Dusty Hill, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a bass player. Him and Billy Gibbon shared vocals a lot, but he was the one that sang the Left Chicago.
Yeah. So I hear Beard from ZZ Top is the only one that really didn't have a beard.
Yeah, the drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, actually.
Kind of joke for him.
But so we got your guitar influences, we got your drum influences. What are some rock, if you had to go out on tour for a month with, pick your own festival, bands that you would love to tour with if you had the opportunity to?
Heartsick would be one.
Okay. Heartsick, definitely.
Chimera. Deftones. Any of them. That would be my dream line. And throw Heavy and 40 Below.
Oh yeah, 40. They're awesome live. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in a long time, but I'm.
Oh yeah. Sweet.
I got it. But yeah, they're a bunch of great guys. I did meet them. They're awesome. They really are.
We met them once in Harpo's.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. They're cool guys. Yeah, they really are good dudes. They put on a hell of a show, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And me and the guitar player, Joey, were New York Mets fans. So, I mean, we talked baseball most of the time. Because we were at the show we were at, well, the show I was at, it's when the Mets played the Phillies, and Chase Utley made an illegal slide into second base, injuring one of the Met players.
Oh.
And yeah, we missed that one. We were kind of glad we didn't see it, but we really wanted to see it. I saw it after I went on YouTube, and it was an illegal slide. Chase Utley has apologized, but it sucked because that New York Met was supposed to be in it for the first time, and he couldn't because he got injured that bad. Like, he had to sit out the season. So
after watching baseball.
Yeah. I love baseball, love hockey, go Islanders. So you and I talked before going live about the Beatles and how they paved the way for most bands these days now. My interpretation of the Beatles was that most bands started out as blues just to get their foot in the door. And then once they achieved that, they decided to really settle on their own genre and take on that genre and just be great at it. Like Led Zeppelin started blues, Pink Floyd started blues, even Black Sabbath started blues. So, what do you think happened that changed the way people saw rock and roll stemming from the Beatles?
I don't know. I would have to say album to album. I haven't heard anything like early blues, but when they got real popular, it was real pop. Then they met Bob Dylan, and then it was from Sgt. Pepper on was a completely different vibe that they had, and
Yeah,
were able to change kind of
right.
with times.
Yeah.
You know, that's what made them such an impactful band. Just like Pink Floyd, or Zeppelin. Yeah.
I love Floyd.
Favorite album.
Huh?
Wish You Were Here is my favorite album by them.
Oh my God, that's a classic staple. Every song, every single.
Yep.
I didn't like, if I had to say a Pink Floyd album that I wasn't a fan of, it definitely was Animals.
Yeah, there's not as, it's different.
Yeah.
There's good ones.
I do have to say there is not one bad Led Zeppelin album that I have encountered.
Not as a whole.
No.
There's a few hits on every single one. Whether the actual radio hit.
Yes. That's what, like, I'm not knocking, like, bands that don't have, like, singles on every album, but, like, that's what makes a great band. You can put out 8 albums and have a single on every single album you put out. That means you're doing something right. I'm not mocking the bands that don't have singles on every album, but like it's weird. Like it's a different kind of, they're on a different level. You know what I mean? Like I'm not dissing bands that don't have that, but at the same time, I mean, Led Zeppelin is badass. Like so many musicians have been influenced, either as a whole band or one musician. They idolize so many people. Like I have not met one person who plays an instrument that has not listed Led Zeppelin as their influence.
Yeah. When I was playing, I really honestly didn't like it. But the same thing with Sabbath and the Beatles. I was really never a fan growing up either.
Yeah, true.
They were the same way. I never really liked it, but as you grow older, I think you realize what actual good music is and what all the different levels that the musicians themselves of the song.
Yeah.
A lot of different. There's a band called they're metal. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Darko.
Okay.
A singer from Lawrence. He was the original, and he sings for Chelsea Group. But Darko, another dude. It's just 2 guys, and they got 50 different layers to every song, whether it's the keys or whatever they're using effects, but make it work. And
Right.
I like songs and bands like that I like the pop stuff that's simple, straight, pretty much like this kind of stuff I play. That's probably why I like groove. You got one riff, and then you got a heavier one, or it's going back. The flow is continuing. You're either bobbing your head, feet through the whole song. Ever heard the song? You're going to unintentionally do it.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know.
So, what band speaks the loudest for you?
What band?
Yeah, like what band? Like for me, I have a few because I'm such a music nerd. I can't have one. But what band, like on the daily, do you have to listen to at least one song from them?
I think I go in spurt.
Okay.
I would still have to say Deftones and Chimera. They're my two favorites.
Okay.
Even on my Spotify list, even if it's a Deftones, I still have Chimera or a couple other bands on there. I think I got a Bad Flower song, so it
I like that.
kind of depends on my mood daily. But if there's an CD in the car and I'm not listening serious, it's more than likely either Fight or Commit.
Okay.
But at home, I'm cooking is whatever.
Right. So now I have to ask your favorite Deftones song.
Well, it used to be Korea, and I think it's just the heaviness and the flow of the song. It's always good, no matter when you.
Yeah, right?
I would have to say probably, if I had to pick one, it would be Around the Fur.
Oh, Around the Fur, that's a good song. That's a really good song. I like My Own Summer. Shove It.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. White Pony is the top-notch Deftones album favorite. No questions asked. Not just for Change in the House of Flies, I kind of like Digital Bath a little bit better.
Yeah.
Just because it's underrated, and it really shouldn't be.
Change was just first that came out, and it kind of re-entered her on the Fur.
Yeah.
Maynard from
Cool. Yeah.
Helped them produce that album. I don't want to say on a song-to-song basis. It was in there quite a bit. That album kind of, I don't want to say rebranding, but you could definitely tell a difference between their first two albums and from White Pony, a different style of Deftones.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a different style of Deftones. But it's still, like, Chino Moreno has that distinctive voice where, like, he can scream until his throat's on fire and then just relax. Like, there's nothing. There's, like, no in between for him. It's screaming or just subtle and calm throughout the whole song.
Yeah.
Like,
I like the way that he uses his strengths.
Yeah. Yes, he does. He definitely does.
There are vocalists out there realistic. Like, there's a couple that have that same style.
Yeah.
Can't even think of the name of that band, but it's pretty. I'm not going to say that They're the ones that sing on the. Can't think of the name of that band though. Loathe.
Okay.
Loathe.
Okay.
They're really good, but if I had to compare them to any band, it would be Deftones. But you can definitely tell in the vocals that, so it's not bad. Another band as long as you're not trying to, completely off.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, speaking of, like, distinctive voices and everything, I could think of Maynard James Keenan is one, definitely, actually. Chino Marino, I would say, has a distinctive voice. Freddie Mercury did. I believe he had a voice before his time. I really do. Because the world wasn't ready for his voice, honestly. And Jeff Tate of Queensryche with his operatic way of singing metal. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. But he's got such an operatic voice. He should not be in metal. He should sing straight up opera. That dude would nail it. Would fucking kill it. Honestly, he really would. But here he is singing in Queensryche, which is metal, but it's amazing. Like, all these voices that are super distinct. Like, I was born in 86. I grew up in the 90s. So I grew up listening to Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, all them. And every single one of them have a distinct voice. Like, if you would play me any song, like, I would be able to... Obviously, Chris Cornell had, like, the voice.
Yeah.
And I'm still not over his death. I still can't believe it. Scott Weiland is another one who had a very distinctive voice. Who else from the 90s?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had a phone call come through and I tried to decline it and it didn't work. I'm sorry. But yeah, so in the distinctive voice aspect, other than Chino Marino, who else do you think has a unique and distinctive voice to this day?
Lane Staley. John, again, another one. Jonathan Davis. He's not the greatest, like, singing wise, but perfect. Like, you know who it is, even if it's not a Korn song. If it's something that he's doing solo, you know that it's
True.
I don't know. David Gilmour.
Oh yeah.
Roger Watt. You got both of them. Like, you know who they are. They start singing.
Oh yeah.
Can't think of any more off the top of my head.
Phil Collins.
Yep.
Yep, Phil Collins is one. There's just so many of them. It's like, it's ridiculous. But, like, in a way, I think that they paved the way for these singers nowadays. Because if you really think about it, there's a band out there called Fever 333. I've seen them live. They're pretty good live. They're not bad. I saw them in 2021. Their song Burn It, their chorus, he sounds like Chester Bennington of Linkin Park. There's Linkin Park vibes there. I don't know if you know that song?
I don't know that song.
It's really good.
Chester, one that that list too.
Oh yeah, definitely. Chester definitely way for a lot. Now I have to ask your opinion on the Linkin Park controversy with a female stepping in Chester's absence?
Well, I only heard the one, uh, whatever their new single is. It's not bad, but it doesn't sound like
Yeah.
they always had that rap thing. Then rap, it's new metal. That's the way it's.
Yeah.
And Mike's been singing his parts now. It's not a bad. It just doesn't sound like Linkin Park. But as far as female vocalists, there's a lot of them that have better screams than a lot of the guys. I'm not a big fan in this moment, but she's a good screamer. She
definitely is.
Ginger's another one. Got a fantastic vocalist. Lizzie Hale.
Yes.
I was never a fan of him, and they played a festival, Upheaval, and saw him live, and I was more impressed with that performance than the other band. And I think it's just because I didn't expect it. And she's on a completely different, like, forward.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was a bad thing to add a female vocalist to kind of getting his scream down, but I don't know. I watched a lot of video of him playing, and it was pretty bad in my opinion.
I mean, like, I saw in this moment in 2013, what I took away from that live experience, like you said, Marie Brink has an amazing voice. She really does. She can really sing, too, when she needs to. The thing that I took away from seeing them live was the only negative thing I have to say is her screaming. Well, I was near the rail, so I guess it's because I was near the rail and the speakers, I heard it different. But it sounded like her screaming was offsetting the band. Like, the timing and tempo didn't match when she'd scream live. And like I said, that may have been because I was so close to the stage and the speakers were there. But I don't know. That's what I heard.
Might have just been an off night.
Yeah. No, but they're good live. They do perform well live. But what bands do you want to see live that you have not yet?
I think Darko, if they ever do a live set, it's kind of hard for them. The guitar is the drummer. He does like basically everything he does except for the vocals. It'd be hard to set up live. I was just telling before I do that I'd really like to fight. So probably sometime next year. But Dropout Kings, I'd like to see them live. Socialist. It's a band. John Smith. I met him from, and and he's at a really good too. So I'd like to hear what they sound like live setting, but I don't know. I see a lot of them when I tend to do those more. A lot of instead of just 2 or 3 bands.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I I seen Linkin Park in '01 at Ozfest, but I would like to see them live. Take my son to see. That's it. Them and Disturbed fans, and we've already seen Disturbed, so.
Oh, Disturbed's awesome live.
Yeah, I was impressed with them a few years back when we seen them. I saw them at that same Ozfest, but I wasn't a huge fan then. I was just kind of going back and forth from stage, so I didn't catch the full set. Definitely at Upheaval, they put on an awesome show.
Slipknot is great live.
Yeah.
I've seen it a few times. Lamb of God, I've seen a few times. Testament, Slayer.
Never seen them.
I was very upset with Slayer because it was 2018 and it was supposed to be their final farewell tour. But they toured in 2019. So it's like, look, why advertise it? Like, really? But yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I'm a little bummed because Phil Demmel of Machine Head filled in to play bass for Slayer in 2019. So, I mean, I like Slayer, but I'm a bigger Machine Head fan. So it would have been awesome to see Phil Demmel play the role of a Slayer bandmate, because he's just a badass. Wow. So, I'm kind of mad that didn't happen, but, you know, it's alright. Anthrax were pretty good. Testament I've seen before. Lamb of God I've seen before in 2015. God, a lot of bands that I haven't seen yet. I haven't been to a show since 2021, so it's been a while. Yeah.
We usually go to the Upheaval in Grand Rapids. That's kind of my family festival for the year, because I live there. Well, 3 of them, 3 or 4. Depends on how many you want to go.
Yeah, right. If there was one band that I could see live right now without hesitation, no questions asked, Tool.
Yeah, I've never seen them.
I would love to see Tool live.
Yeah. I was hoping they'd be on the festival tour this year. Incarceration, when I went there, kind of hoping that they just so I say I seen them at least.
Exactly, right? So tell me about Split 9.
I started in it was late, I think. I was in it about 6, 07. We were 4-piece, and just after the album, we added the singer cousin. He's a DJ. Name is Nano2 Type. He's on Instagram. You can look him up. He's just doing DJ work. So
okay,
awesome at what he does. I tried it when we were in the band.
Yeah.
The machine, whatever, the actual scratch, and I just sounded like a scratch.
It's tougher than it looks, apparently.
But we were new metal, no guitar solo stuff. It was pretty much rap rock is what for the term new metal.
Okay.
We were getting heavier towards the end. I think we were getting better and better, but I just we had 2 years old, 9-month-old. Just couldn't weigh the balance. We were in possibly different records because of Metal Blade. We were taught with both of them, and it got to the point where I think why and I decided to leave was because we're talking to them, and the Metal Blade won Germany, so they wanted to stay there for 2 or 3 years minimum.
Right.
And then it hit me to see my kids for 2 or 3 years. And you could, FaceTime that. So watching the Osbournes in the late night, I didn't want my kids to turn out like Jack and Kelly.
Yeah, right?
That's my thought process through it, I guess. So I think it was kind of mutual. We were all getting kind of on each other's nerves. A lot of animosity. I'm glad it's now. A couple years we've spoken, and I've seen all of them, our old and the DJ. But the old, he's in a band called Huron. He's their bassist. They had a song on that 13 Reasons Why TV.
Okay.
Watched them before I knew that. Saw him on Jimmy. I looked at the screen and it was our old bassist on the Kimmel stage, and
oh my God,
Van Halen played the night before them, so that's a pretty good big deal.
Really
pretty proud to see him up there.
No, that's awesome though. So what's one positive thing that you took away from being a band member of Split Eye?
Well, just learning to write as a band instead of just by myself. This has been difficult, at least to do on my own, because before I think I mainly leaned on my drummer more than anything. He could just come in with a bass, 2/4 beat, and we could build an entire set in 5 minutes. Now, not perfected or whatever, but we got a real good what we needed within the first few minutes.
Yeah, no, that's always good. It's always a good thing.
But yeah, I would say that I learned a lot. I was in the band, but I carry that over to my solo stuff. Kind of trying and realize what I did good there and more of what I did. So I don't everybody.
Yeah, right.
So
that's good. You mentioned Heartsick earlier. Yeah. Okay. I think it's time we have to talk with Alfonso on this one and get him on board with you playing with him.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Him or Barrett or drum.
There you go. Come on, Alfonso Clive. Come on. You know you want Jeremy.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I figured I'm gonna be doing all my own vocals and everything for I finally start to record, but I did want to add a couple of guest vocalists and drummers. Like I want my old drummer to play at least one song on there, and the drummer for Heartsick. I've talked to him, and he said he's down any time. I mean, they're busy, so they tour and play almost every week if they can. They're about the hardest working band that I've ever met or got.
So I'm going to tag Alfonso. Once this lab is done, I'm going to write a description for everyone, and I'm going to tag Alfonso on this one so he sees it.
All right.
I got you. I got you, Jeremy.
Yeah, as soon as I get an actual song done, I'll be getting a hold of them.
Alfonso's a good dude, though. I have spoken to him briefly.
All right. Really?
Actually, yeah. Joey Diamaka, like we were talking about, Joey of 40 Below Summer, he's the one that told me about Heartsick.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
and all in the same circle. Like, when I played shows with them, they were called No.
Right.
And it wasn't until after I parted from they had decided to switch the name. I want to say it was early to mid 2000s.
Right.
The name, but yeah, 40 Below Summer, Head Pete, we were. I don't want to say circle of friends, but like they were the bands that we play with all the time.
Yeah.
So, but Heartsick was definitely one of them that was always out there putting 150% every single show, whether there was the sound guy on there.
Right.
They have the same amount of energy. I've seen them on a small venue, big venue, didn't matter. And like I said, they were all real good dudes. So
yeah, no, that's always a good thing. Like when it doesn't matter to the musician where they play, that's how you know, like, they're in it for the music, you know, like, because some of these bands would just be like, oh, no, that venue's too small, it's not worth it. But no, that's how you gain your fan base.
Yeah.
You got to start somewhere. So, I mean,
well,
and
even
reading
one or two, well, those came there too, literally. It's kind of disappointing if you don't have that same amount of energy.
Yeah, true.
Nowadays, you can just throw your phone up. You just put it on the page, and if nobody's there, you share it. So.
Exactly. Some musicians get very upset if you take out your phone. Maynard James Keenan is one. Randy Blythe is the other one. Did you hear what he said? In response, oh my God, in response to people just filming like this right in front of him, he goes, what if I decided to sit down on this stage and be on my phone just like all of you right now? What would you think of me? And I'm like, holy crap, like, really? He's 100% right on that. Seriously. Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I'll break out my phone and get videos and stuff, but I get partial video. I don't get the entire song.
I don't try to for too awful long at shows. I want to be some of it, but unless it's a song that, you know, one of my kids or something says, make sure you record the song, but otherwise it's just snippets I want to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. I think the last song that I got fully recorded was in 2016 when I saw Jane's Addiction live for their 20th anniversary of Ritual the Habitual. They did a cover song of Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. And at the time, one of my coworkers was a big fan of David Bowie. So I decided to record the entire song for her. But that is the only entire song I got that whole concert. I am very mad at myself because after they played every single song on that album, They had encore songs. Jane Says was one of them, and Mountain Song was another one. I love Mountain Song. I kind of wish I got a little bit of it live, but I was in the moment screaming and singing to it that I didn't even think of to take out my phone and record. You know? It was, yeah.
Deftones. It was 97, twice in 90, once in 98, and then once just before it was their last show before they went in and recorded White Pony, and that was with Pantera and Black Sabbath.
Ooh, Black Sabbath. Oh, love them.
That was the only show actually allowed to have, but that was at an arena. The other 3 times I've seen them at a single venue, put us outside the door that your cameras or phones are not allowed. Back then, there wasn't anything because there was no phones then, so just no cameras allowed.
Yeah.
But I bring glad after the show that I didn't take one, and then I figured, well, I'm not going to take it again, and Deftones did not like that. Kind of hard.
Yeah.
I get what Randy's talking about because it's annoying to a point, but there are some kind of feed up, and
yeah,
you see Disturbed.
Oh yeah. Oh, you sit still at a Disturbed show, you're getting called out. That's for sure.
Well, when they play they want everybody to get phones, so it's like you can pick and choose, and I think if the whole crowd is sitting there like this, kind of bobbing their head a bit and not getting in the moment, that's what they're pissed off about. Lamb of God, they're so used to huge festivals and shit that there's 3, 4 going at once, and then they're playing a show in front of a bunch of people. I could see why it would get annoying.
Yeah. Maynard's whole thing is Tool is a band that is in it for the art, not the money. And you could tell because they're never in any of their videos. I think they've been in one of their videos, and they've had many. They have weird, like you've seen the video for Stinkfist, right?
I believe so.
It's, I don't know what the hell it is. It's like this placenta/worm thing. I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird. But they're not in their videos at all. They're strictly in it for the art. So I understand it from Maynard James Keenan's point of view, why he doesn't allow people on their phone, because they're going to use those videos and post them to music sites. And, you know, other music sites are going to reach out and be like, oh, awesome, I'll pay you for that kind of thing. And that's not what they want. That's not what they're looking for. They're not doing it. Well, yeah, they got to do it to make a living. So from some standpoint, it is about the money. But in a bigger sense, it isn't. It's not about the money for Tool. And you can even find this out online because Maynard James Keenan goes off when anyone says anything about low ticket sales, this ticket sale, this is this priced. What? Because they don't care. They don't care about the money. They care about the art of doing it. They care about the music. They care about reaching out to their fans emotionally and connecting with them through song. So I understand why it pisses off Maynard James Keenan. I get that. But like you said, some bands encourage it. Some bands want that. Most bands do. Like, most bands don't care. You know, if you turn your camera around to the stage, do a selfie, a bandmate might come by and go like this in your camera. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's fun. That's cool. But, like, to do it the entire show, like, you're seeing them live. Why would you want to see them on your phone if you could see them right there? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well, that's my
that's
take.
how I watched when I seen Chimera at the Agora in Cleveland. They did a 20-year anniversary of the Empire season, and they did a 2-night stint there, and I got quite a bit of feel, but there's a sound guy, and then just to the right of kind of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm older now. My back hurts. So,
Yeah,
so I
right.
just leaned on the wall, but I didn't get a ton of video, but got enough that I remember. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah. As long as you have
on the
enough.
floor, I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Been too close to other people. Wouldn't have
Right.
been able to get it. But
Yeah, definitely.
standing, I'm not very tall, so
Yeah, I'm 5'1", so I get it.
lift my phone up and then watch it from there 'cause I can zoom in. So
Yeah, me too. That's what I have to do. Stand up, just. I was asked a couple times by random people if I needed help and if I could sit on their shoulders, and I turned every person down. I said, no, thank you. I'm okay. I'm not going to take long video. Don't worry. Thank you, though. Because I'm 5'1". I'm short. So when I mosh, everyone's like, watch out, watch out. I'm like, no, fucking mosh with me. Come on. I mean, yes, I'm short, but that doesn't mean I can't mosh. You know what I mean? I hate when people do that.
yeah, I stay clear of the pit now.
Yeah. Now I would, definitely.
I want to be able to keep music and
Yeah, I know, right?
and I don't feel like getting my ass beat in the pit the whole show.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
Incarceration. Well, it was after the burial. We were
Okay.
up close, right on the wreck, and then Bad Wolves and
Okay.
Chimera, I think, right after that. And that's why we got there, because I wanted to make sure at 4 o'clock when Chimera came out, we had decent. And there were a couple times we got slammed into against my ribs got smushed quite a bit, but it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, man, I see them as battle scars, you know?
Yeah.
We're going to fight. We're going to
walked out and walked right by my daughter, and then came around on that side of the gate. That was pretty cool to see him up close, like huge bad wolves, but
yeah. Bad wolves are good. They're definitely good. Doc Coyle hails from New Jersey. Just saying. He's a good guy. I met him. So we have like less than 2 minutes left before Instagram kicks us off. So is there anything that you want to say to anyone at all? Heartsick, Alfonso, I'm coming for you. Me personally, I'm coming for Alfonso. But is there anyone you want to, I don't know, because we got to end this.
all right. No, just tell people to stay tuned, and hopefully we're not releasing song. So
all right. Well, thank you for your time, Jeremy. I appreciate it. This was an awesome interview. I hope to actually see you on stages at some point. Alfonso Clive, I'm coming.
we'll
All right. All right. Have a good one, Jeremy.
You too.
All right. Bye.